Learn English through story. The Broken Bridge. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a meandering river, there lived a man named Dev. He was known throughout the village as a skilled carpenter, a man of few words but great talent. Dev's hands could transform rough wood into beautiful furniture, and his work adorned almost every home in the village. Despite his reputation and success, Dev was a solitary man, preferring the company of his tools and the quiet of his workshop to the lively chatter of the village square. The village was divided by a wide river, and the only way to cross was by an old, rickety bridge that had stood for generations. This bridge, once strong and reliable, had begun to show signs of decay. The wooden planks were rotting, the ropes fraying, and every crossing became a test of courage for the villagers. It was clear that the bridge needed repairs, and the villagers, knowing Dev's skill, approached him to ask for his help. "Dev," they said, "you are the finest carpenter in the village. Will you repair the bridge for us? It is the lifeline of our community, and without it, we are cut off from each other." Dev looked at the bridge, then back at the villagers. He knew that repairing the bridge would be a difficult and time-consuming task. It would require not just skill, but also a deep commitment to the community, a commitment Dev was not sure he wanted to make. He had always been a man who valued his independence, and the idea of taking on such a responsibility made him uneasy. "I will think about it," Dev replied, retreating to his workshop without giving a clear answer. Days turned into weeks, and still, Dev did not begin the repairs. The villagers grew anxious as the bridge continued to deteriorate. Some began to lose hope, while others grew frustrated with Dev's indecision. One evening, as Dev sat alone in his workshop, an old friend named Ravi came to visit. Ravi had once been a carpenter too, but age had slowed him down, and now he spent his days advising others and sharing his wisdom. "Dev," Ravi began gently, "I hear the villagers have asked you to repair the bridge. What holds you back?" Dev sighed, rubbing his calloused hands together. "It's not that I can't do it, Ravi. It's that I'm not sure I want to. I've always kept to myself, focused on my work. This bridge is a broken bar. It connects people, it's a symbol of the village's unity, but I've never felt like I was truly a part of that. I'm afraid that by taking on this responsibility, I'll lose myself and the needs of others." Ravi nodded, understanding the younger man's dilemma. "I understand, Dev. You've built a life of independence, and you fear losing it. But let me tell you a story." Ravi leaned back in his chair, his voice soft and thoughtful. "When I was your age, I too valued my independence above all else. I lived alone on the outskirts of the village, much like you, and I spent my days crafting beautiful things with my hands. One day, a terrible storm hit the village, and many homes were damaged, including mine. The villagers, whom I had kept at arm's length, came together to help me rebuild. They didn't ask for anything in return, they just helped because they cared." He paused, looking into Dev's eyes. "It was in that moment that I realized something important. Independence is valuable, yes, but there is something even more precious: interdependence. The bridge isn't just a structure of wood and rope, Dev. It's a symbol of how we are all connected. By repairing the bridge, you're not just fixing wood and nails, you're helping to maintain the bonds that hold this community together." Dev listened, Ravi's words resonating deeply within him. He had always prided himself on his self-sufficiency, but he began to see that perhaps he had been isolating himself out of fear of losing control, fear of being needed, and fear of being vulnerable. The next morning, Dev went to the bridge and began the repairs. He worked alone at first, but as the days passed, something unexpected happened. Villagers began to join him, offering their help in small ways of bringing him food, holding the ropes steady, fetching tools. Dev, who had always worked alone, found himself surrounded by people who were eager to contribute. As he worked, Dev began to feel a sense of belonging he had never known before. He realized that by accepting the help of others, he wasn't losing his independence, he was gaining something far richer, a sense of community, of being part of something larger than himself. When the bridge was finally complete, it was stronger and more beautiful than it had ever been. The villagers gathered to celebrate, and for the first time in many years, Dev joined them in the village square. As he looked around at the smiling faces, he felt a warmth in his heart that he had never experienced before. Ravi approached him, placing a hand on his shoulder. "You see, Dev, by helping to rebuild the bridge, you've also rebuilt something within yourself. We were all stronger when we stand together, and you are as much a part of this village as anyone else." Dev nodded, a small smile forming on his lips. He had spent his life building walls around himself, but now, he had helped to build a bridge, and not just for the village, but for his own heart. In the end, Dev learned that true strength comes not from standing alone, but from being willing to connect with others, to share in their burdens, and to let them share in his. And so, the bridge became more than just a way to cross the river, it became a symbol of the bonds that unite us, reminding everyone that we are at our best when we work together, support one another, and allow ourselves to be part of something greater than ourselves. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.